What if the best way to fight intolerance was to protect the very speech you find most hateful? It sounds like a dangerous paradox, but a growing body of evidence suggests that the people most committed to the principle of free expression are also some of the most tolerant people in our society. The question is, why? In our deeply divided world, we're constantly told to pick a side. And when we see ideas we find hateful or harmful spreading online or in public, our gut reaction is to shut them down, deplatform them, deny them the oxygen of publicity. This impulse comes from a good place, the desire to protect vulnerable communities and create a more just society. It's the modern version of a classic idea called the paradox of tolerance. The philosopher Karl Popper argued that if a society is endlessly tolerant, it will eventually be seized and destroyed by the intolerant. Therefore, to maintain a tolerant society, we must be intolerant of intolerance. It makes perfect sense. To stop a fire, you starve it of fuel. To stop hatred, you should starve it of an audience. This belief is the engine behind campus speech codes, online content moderation, and the public pressure to cancel controversial figures. But what if this intuitive strategy, this moral instinct to silence bad ideas, is based on a misunderstanding of how the human mind actually works? Here's where the story takes a sharp turn. Over the past decade, a series of studies in social psychology and political science have revealed a stunning and consistent correlation. When researchers survey people, they first measure their support for free speech. They don't just ask, "Do you like free speech?" They get specific. Should a person who believes some races are genetically inferior be allowed to speak at a university? Should someone who wants to overthrow the government be allowed to hold a rally? These are hard questions. Then, they measure the same person's levels of racial and ethnic tolerance using established psychological scales. The results are counterintuitive. Individuals who consistently defend the right to speak for all groups, even the ones they despise, consistently score lower on measures of prejudice and racial intolerance. Let that sink in. The staunchest defenders of free speech are, on average, more tolerant of different ethnicities and races. This isn't a fluke. The finding has been replicated across multiple studies and countries. It suggests that there's a free speech mindset, a psychological profile that links a principled defense of expression with a genuine openness to others. So, what's the connection? Does believing in free speech magically make you a better person? No. The link is deeper, and it tells us something profound about how our minds can be trained. To truly support free speech, you must perform a difficult mental operation. You have to separate the idea from the person's right to express it. You can find an idea morally repugnant, factually wrong, and personally offensive, while simultaneously defending on principle that person's right to say it. This is not easy. It requires cognitive flexibility, emotional regulation, and a high tolerance for ambiguity. Psychologists call this an abstract liberal principle. People who operate on this level are exercising a specific mental muscle. And it turns out this is the exact same muscle we use to overcome prejudice. To be tolerant of other groups, you have to look past surface-level differences and stereotypes. You have to see the individual beyond the group label. You have to apply a principle that all humans deserve dignity and respect, even when it's uncomfortable. Supporting free speech is like a workout for your brain's tolerance center. By practicing the mental gymnastics of defending speech you hate, you are inadvertently training your mind to be more open, more complex, and less reliant on simplistic, prejudiced thinking. This changes everything. It means that protecting free expression isn't just a legal luxury. It's a vital part of our collective psychological health. When we create environments where a wide range of ideas can be expressed, we are not just protecting the speaker. We are training the listener. We are creating a society of minds that are more resilient, more nuanced, and better equipped to handle disagreement. Think of it like a social immune system. A child raised in a sterile bubble, never exposed to germs, will grow up to be incredibly vulnerable to disease. Their immune system never learned to identify and fight off threats. In the same way, a society that aggressively sanitizes its public discourse, shielding people from bad ideas, may inadvertently be creating a population of citizens who are intellectually fragile. They never develop the mental antibodies to dismantle poor arguments. They're more likely to be swayed by misinformation when they finally encounter it, because they've never been trained to confront and analyze opposing views. Protecting free speech, even for the worst ideas, forces us to engage. It compels us to build better arguments, to seek out facts, and to strengthen our own convictions. It inoculates us against dogma and makes our entire society more robust, more innovative, and, as the data shows, more tolerant. So, the great paradox isn't that we must be intolerant of intolerance. The real paradox is that fostering a culture that tolerates a wide spectrum of speech appears to build the very psychological traits that reduce intolerance in the first place. It's not about agreeing with hateful ideas. It's about building minds strong enough to defeat them in the open. A commitment to free speech is not a commitment to chaos. It's a commitment to the messy, difficult, but ultimately rewarding process of becoming a more open-minded and tolerant society. If this video decoded a piece of your mind, subscribe to Decoded Mind and hit the bell so you never miss an exploration into the hidden architecture of your brain. Next time, we're investigating the strange phenomenon of benevolent deception, the countless ways your own brain lies to you every single day just to keep you happy. You won't want to miss it.